Hello friends, today I will explain ladder diagram. Consider a very simple electric lamp on-off circuit shown below. The circuit has a switch, a lamp and a simple power supply. This circuit can be redrawn as follows. The power supply can be represented by two vertical lines. So this power supply is represented by these two vertical lines, and the remaining circuit of the switch and the lamp is drawn horizontally. In this case, the switch is represented by two small parallel lines. So this is the switch and the lamp is represented by a circle. This resulting diagram, which has two vertical lines and a horizontal line, is called as a ladder diagram. The two vertical lines, they are the power rails of the ladder diagram, and the horizontal line, they are called as the rung of the ladder diagram. This diagram, it looks like a ladder. The power rails, they represent the vertical sides of the ladder, and the horizontal circuit lines, they represent the rung of the ladder. The ladder diagram is used to program the PLC. The conventions or rules of the ladder diagram. The vertical lines, they represent the power lines. The circuits are connected horizontally between the two vertical lines. The power flow is taken from left to the right and vertically top to bottom. So if you show ladder diagram like this, the power flow takes place from the left to the right of the first rung, then it again goes to the left of the next rung and it flows again to the right. So that is the way in which the power flow takes place in the ladder diagram, from left to right and again from top to bottom. So this is the fashion in which the power flows in the ladder diagram. Each rung in the ladder, it shows one operation in the control process. The end of the ladder diagram is indicated by an end block. So whenever the ladder diagram ends, an end block is placed to show that the ladder program is at the end. The ladder diagram is read from left to right and top to bottom. When a PLC is in run mode, it reads the ladder from start to end, and this process is called as cycle. Next rule, each rung must start with an input or inputs, and it must end at least with one output. The inputs are shown on the left side of the ladder diagram and the outputs are shown on the right side of the ladder diagram. The electrical devices used in the ladder diagram are shown in their normal condition. That is, the normally open switch is shown as normally open and normally closed switch is shown as normally closed. N oblique O indicates normally open, N oblique C indicates normally closed. Symbols are used to show the input and the output devices. For example, a normally open switch is shown by two vertical lines. A normally closed switch is shown by two vertical lines and a crossed diagonal line. The next rule: all the input and output are given address. The format of the address depends upon the manufacturer of the PLC. For example, for Allen Bradley make PLCs, the inputs are addressed as I colon 0/1. The outputs are addressed as O colon 0/2. I colon 0 is the header file for input. Similarly, O colon 0 is the file for the output. For Siemens PLC, the inputs are addressed as I0.0 and Q2.0. So here the alphabets I and Q are used. For Mitsubishi PLC, X and Y are used as inputs and output alphabet. Thus, the format depends upon the manufacturer of the PLC. Finally, the last convention: an input or output can appear in more than one rung of the ladder, but in this case, the same address is to be used. For example, in the ladder diagram shown here, the rung 1 has input I colon 0/1. It is connected to the output O colon 0/1. In the rung 2, the same input I colon 0/1 is used here. But here the output is different. It is O colon 0/2. Which means that in the rung 1 and the rung 2, the input switch I colon 0/1 is used. It is used repeated. But because the address is same, we can easily find this. These are the conventions or rules of the ladder diagram.